Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Should You Buy. Today we're taking a look at the brand new LEGO Star Wars 2020 set, Poe Dameron's X-Wing. Now this is set number 75273. It is recommended for ages 9 and up, and there's no piece count. I kind of forget the piece count. I'll leave it down below in the description. Now, quick disclaimer, the set was provided to me for free by LEGO. I actually did a huge review video of all the sets covering the entire wave over on the Beyond the Brick YouTube channel. Make sure you go check that out. Leave a link down below in the description. However, that is in no way going to hinder my review. I will be giving my full honest opinions about this set. Now, before we go ahead and get into the X-Wing, let's go ahead and talk about the minifigures. So first up, we're going to be talking about Poe Dameron. Of course, the Poe Dameron minifigure does have the pilot outfit, which is super nice. Of course, we have the iconic Rebel/Resistance red vest, of course, like the centerpiece in his chest. Poe's helmet is a mix of like dark red and black colors, which is super cool. It's a nice sleek color, but honestly kind of weird given the X-Wing is such a bright color and his helmet isn't. But regardless, it's a really cool helmet. Poe does come with two faces here. One's more of a smirky face, and the other one's more of a mean man face. And then he also does come with his hairpiece, which is super nice. I'll never get tired of seeing really well done pilot outfits. I think it's one of the most detailed minifigures that we've gotten in the past. Next up is a new character in episode 9. We have Jannah. Now, I don't really know too much about her character. All I do know is that the hair is freaking awesome. We got a giant one molded piece of her hair, very foofy, and looks like there's like a headband on top, which is nice. Now, she looks like a very rugged ragtag sort of fighter. She does come armed with a bow and arrow, which is kind of a little bit weird in the Star Wars universe, so it's going to be interesting to see how that fares in the movie. Very older styled clothes. It looks like she has a couple of sashes, of course, a utility belt with a whole bunch of things. There also is some really cool printing on the right arm, which is super nice, like sort of like an armband going across her upper bicep. And my favorite minifigure in the set is another Knight of Ren. Now, what's great is that this minifigure is new. It's, as far as we know, as far as the filming of this video, exclusive to this new X-Wing. So, of course, if you have this in the Kylo Ren shuttle, you have a growing collection of Knights of Ren. Now, the Knight of Ren does have a black head, which I guess really doesn't make a difference, at least in my opinion. You get very Vader-esque vibes from the helmet, which I do like. There's like a cool checker printing on the front, and then as you go towards the torso and the legs, it looks like armor, like scaled armor or something like that, which is super unique. The entire minifigure is mostly like a dark gray color, which is very menacing and very, very cool. And then last but certainly not least, you can't forget about our boy R2-D2, very simple astromech droid that we've gotten in the past. And then also one last thing to mention, the little vignette sort of build that comes with the X-Wing is what looks to just be like a ladder for getting the pilot onto the X-Wing. Very simple build, so nothing too crazy there. So now with the minifigures out of the way, let's actually talk about the X-Wing itself. Now, for those of you who guys remember, a couple of waves ago, we did get an original trilogy Red 5 X-Wing. Now, one of the big differences is that this is actually $20 more. I believe the other Red 5 X-Wing retailed for $70. This is retailing for $90. So a $20 price jump is quite a bit, and of course, I'm going to be doing a separate, like, down in-depth review, comparison of both X-Wings, so make sure you stay tuned for that. The most obvious change that we have this time around is the color. Very different. Of course, we still have the white colors that we know on the Red 5 X-Wing, but this time around, it's a mix of orange and, like, light bluish teal, which is unique. When I first saw the images, I was a little bit skeptical about whether or not I'd like this set. Of course, what went through my mind was they just kind of went and redid and recolored, but that's not honestly true, which of course I'll get into. But the color is pretty nice. It's something that's actually been growing on me. I do like the color of it. So now let's briefly talk about some of the mechanisms and functions of this. Like any other X-Wing, there is the front collapsible landing gear or landing platform that you could just fold right into the nose of the X-Wing. As you move back, of course, we have LEGO actually just use the same exact function for the wings. So of course, if you want to lock the S foils, you just push this bottom pin right here, and it'll fold in. And then of course, if you want to open it up again, you just have this tan button right here that you fold up, and then it totally opens up like that. So it's a very simple mechanism. It's the same exact thing, and honestly, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I actually like that LEGO did it again. Now, there are also two smaller mini stud shooters on either sides of the set, and also there are missile launchers on the bottom two wings, which is nice, again, if you're a kid who's trying to play with the set. It's got some really fun playability, and as you guys can see here, it's very swooshable. You can hold it in tightly in one hand, and you're probably not going to drop it unless you intentionally do so. So the big question is, besides the minifigures, like, what's new with the X-Wing? What did LEGO kind of implement differently? Well, in my opinion, the set just feels beefier. It feels like there's more pieces, which I'm sure is true. But if you take a look at the area behind the cockpit and in between all the wings, the engines just look bigger. One of the noticeable difference is the front of the engines, and LEGO has utilized the 3x3, I think they're called I think they're like light bluish gray slopes or something like that, but they use it to make the front engine look bigger. It looks like the afterburner or like the ventilation for the engine just looks significantly bigger than the older X-Wing, so that's always a plus. I also feel like there's a lot lot more sloped usage as you go behind the front of the engines and as you go towards the back of it. So there is, in my opinion, a lot more pieces, and it just looks bulkier, like I said before, just towards the back of the engine. So I guess that's kind of where all these newer pieces came from. And then I guess the only other like functioning thing is on the back engines, there's a little wheel that does turn, which don't think there's any use for it. I think it's just for looks. Overall, the X-Wing definitely feels heavier. Now, like I said, retails for $90. Is that worth it? I'm going to say no. As great as the minifigures are, I don't think that necessarily warrants a $20 price jump. So if you manage to find this somewhere, maybe like Walmart, Target, Amazon, it's on sale for $70, $75, I'm going to say pull the trigger. It's a nice set. It definitely has its pros. And I think the new color variation and tone is actually really unique. And then, of course, you get the new Knight of Ren figure and the Janna minifigure. So for $90, I feel like that's a little too much, but if it's on sale anywhere else, and especially if LEGO's doing double VIP points or promotions, I'd say definitely go for it. I think the X-Wing's nice. It's got a great feel. It's just a nice looking set. It's honestly to a great scale as well. So if that's something you're interested in, yeah, that kind of wraps up the video, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Of course, drop a like down below. I'll be reviewing the rest of the 2020 LEGO Star Wars sets here on the channel and a couple other ones. So make sure you guys are staying tuned and subscribing with the bell icon clicked. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Hope you all enjoyed. Drop a like down below if you did like it. Let me know down in the comments what you think of the set. If you think it's a cash grab, if you think it's actually a set that's worth your money, let me know. I'm interested to hear your thoughts. But that wraps it up. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see y'all later. Take it easy. Peace.